Japan is not your playground. We're sick of this. Hey everybody, Mr. E here. We need to talk again. Right off the bat, let me say this loud and clear. Don't come to Japan if you're gonna act like a reckless moron with the main character syndrome. Over the past few years, we've seen some pretty outrageous behavior from tourists and foreigners who come to Japan, and it's gotta stop. From people like Logan Paul treating sacred places like his personal movie set, to Johnny Somali harassing locals for clout, to an 18-year-old American tourist literally setting fires across Tokyo just a few days ago. It's enough. And it's not just them. We've had groups of people dancing in shrines and on the trains, influencers pulling ridiculous stunts on sacred torii gates, both of which made national news by the way, along with a whole bunch of other nonsense. These are things that have left the people of Japan frustrated, hurt, and frankly, fed up. I'm gonna go into these incidents in more details throughout this video, but the main point is very clear. We are tired of people treating Japan like their personal stage for social media clout. Now before I dive in, let me make something very clear. We are not asking you to be perfect. When you visit Japan, nobody's perfect. Not you, not me, not even Japanese people. We all make mistakes, we get it. It's hard to know every single rule or custom in a new country, and that's fine. This isn't about perfection, it's about respect. What we are asking for here is basic respect for the culture and rules. Japan has its own way of doing things, just like anywhere else in the world. When you're here, it's about following those customs. You don't need to know everything, but at least try. Is it too much to ask for a little consideration? I don't think so. Now I know some of you might be thinking like, oh, Japanese people being xenophobic for criticizing foreigners just having little fun. But let me ask you this. If I came to your country and did the same kind of things, like treating your sacred places like a playground or disturbing workers, wouldn't you criticize me or hate on me for that? I think we both know the answer to that. It's not about where you're from, it's about the behavior. When you disrespect a culture, you can't expect people to just let it slide. No matter where it happens, it's natural to call out that kind of behavior, right? And let's be real, I know for a fact that these Westerners are taking advantage of our kindness, our non-confrontational nature, and that's not fair. Japan has always been known as a welcoming and peaceful country, but that doesn't mean you get a free pass to walk all over our traditions. It's totally unfair, and we're done with it. Let's talk about Logan Paul for a second. When he came to Japan a few years back, he showed the world just how out of hand things can get. He filmed himself doing ridiculous, disrespectful things in sacred places like shrines, and even filmed a highly insensitive video in Aokigahara Forest, a place known for its association with mental health struggles. That incident not only hurt the people of Japan, but also left a huge stain on how foreigners were viewed in the country. And ever since, we've seen more influencers trying to pull the same kind of stunts to get attention. Recently, Johnny Somali came here and thought it would be funny to run around harassing locals, throwing out offensive comments about Hiroshima and Nagasaki, all for the sake of going viral on live streams. He acted like Japan was his personal playground, showing zero respect for the culture or the people. And sadly, his actions inspired copycats who think they can come here, disrespect the country, and gain fame from it. One of the worst examples happened just a few days ago. An 18-year-old American tourist was arrested for lighting trash cans on fire in 7 different spots in Tokyo. 7. This isn't just some harmless prank. It's dangerous and reckless. You're putting people's safety at risk. It's criminal behavior, plain and simple. When tourists come here and do stuff like that, it reflects badly on everybody. You're not just making yourself look bad, you're making it harder for all the respectful tourists who come here with good intentions. And don't even get me started on the chilling influencer who thought it was okay to do pull-ups on the sacred torii gate. For those of you who don't know, a torii gate is a deeply spiritual symbol in Shintoism, making the boundary between the human world and the divine. It's not some random object you can hang from for a TikTok stunt. It's straight up disrespectful. Sure, she apologized afterward, but the damage was already done. People were hurt, seeing something so sacred to our culture being disrespected like that. We'll remember what she did. It's not something that just goes away with a mere apology. Now let's talk about the group of African Americans who are dancing around sacred shrines and on public transport. They're the prime example of what we were worried about. Ever since people like Johnny Somali went viral worldwide, it seems like more people are trying to follow in his footsteps. These copycats are showing up, doing the same disrespectful stunts, hoping for their shot-at internet fame. And if we don't stop this now, we'll soon have people pulling these stunts everywhere in Japan. Here's the thing, these tourists and the influencers are acting like they're the main characters of their own personal movie or something. We call it main character syndrome. They think that the world revolves around them and they can do whatever the heck they want to do without any consequences. But this isn't a movie set, and Japan isn't here to be your backdrop. There are real people living here who have to deal with the consequences of these actions. The truth is, we are already dealing with enough internal problems. In Japan, especially with some foreigners living here, for example, we've seen instances where some groups like certain Muslim communities are pushing their own cultural expectations on Japanese society. We've had issues with illegal immigrants, making trouble and refusing to follow the laws, creating scenes that cause tension between locals and foreigners. And let's not forget about Japan's aging population. It's something we're struggling to manage already. We can't afford to keep dealing with this kind of problems when we are trying to maintain our own balance. And let us not forget that over-tourism is a real huge issue. The streets are crowded, public transport is packed, and people are getting frustrated. So when disrespectful tourists act on top of that, it's a breaking point. It's not just about you, it's about everybody trying to enjoy this beautiful country. So please, before you come to Japan, think before you act. Ask yourself, would I behave like this back home? Is this how I want people to act in my country? If the answer is no, then don't do it in Japan. Respect the rules, follow the customs, and show that you care about the culture you're experiencing. Japan is an amazing country, and we want you to enjoy it, but not at the expense of disrespecting what makes it special. Japan might be open to you, but we expect you to be respectful. We don't need you to be perfect, just thoughtful. We welcome visitors who want to experience the culture, but if you're there to cause trouble, you're making it difficult for everybody, including yourself. You represent where you come from, so act like it. Thanks for watching. And if you feel the same, please share this message. Let's remind everybody that respect goes a long way when visiting another country. Mr. E out. Peace.